Sup? I'm Baby. I'm your driver. Baby Driver, released in 2017 and is directed by Edgar Wright, who's behind some amazing movies like Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, World's End, and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. And Ant-Man, at a point. Oh. The film stars Ansel Elgort, Kevin Spacey, Lily James, Isa Gonzalez, Jon Hamm, Jamie Foxx, and Jon Bernthal. And this is episode 98 of Caleb Watches Movies. We are 2 episodes away from 100 movie reviews on this channel. And today we are talking about a newly discovered gem for me. This is my first time viewing it. It's a film containing my favorite soundtrack. Now, when I'm thinking soundtrack, I don't think of like the orchestral score that's playing underneath when the characters are talking. No, when I think soundtrack, I think of already established songs by performing artists or music that was created specifically for this film that was playing while the film was going on. Some films have had some great soundtracks that those songs you never once heard in the movie. But I think that this film's incorporation of its soundtrack is just definitely the best. Now, when it comes to music, I am not the smartest or most intelligent. I don't know a lot of musicians' names. I really don't know the names of a lot of songs. I know tunes, and I know some lyrics. When it comes to music, I have a hard time hearing the actual lyrics of a song, and I kind of make them up in my head, and I kind of like my lyrics a little bit better. See, when you hear Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, I heard Dirty Deeds Thunder Chief. I thought it was a song about a Native American. So this category of best soundtrack in a movie is definitely debatable. I am not going to say that this is by far the greatest usage of a soundtrack, but for me, it's my favorite. Baby is the best getaway driver for Kingpin Doc, and this is due in part to his perfect timing and precision when it comes to driving because he is listening to music as he's doing it. Because when he was a baby, he was involved in an accident which caused a loud humming sound to be constant in his eardrum. But now Baby has found a new love in that of diner waitress Deborah, and they plan to run away together, never to look back. That is, until the gangsters that he is working with find out. Uh-oh, Baby's in trouble. So what a delightful little surprise this movie was. I have always been a big fan of Edgar Wright. His Cornetto trilogy is wonderful. And I really enjoyed Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. So a couple of years ago when I hear that the green light for Ant-Man has been made and Edgar Wright is attached to direct, I was giddy. But then unfortunately, due to creative differences, Edgar Wright left the project. Which sucks because he had been working on that movie for decades, only to have it taken away from him because when he was creating Ant-Man, there wasn't this Marvel Cinematic Universe, and his version didn't fit into that universe. So Marvel took his baby away from him, and Wright was just looking for that next big thing, that next big project. And I'm so happy that he stumbled upon this one. What a cool, fun little concept. You know that movie Drive with Ryan Gosling? I thought that this movie was gonna be that movie. Everyone hailed it as a masterpiece, and it was not that. It was really, really boring. There's barely any driving in it at all. This movie has no shortages of driving, and it's awesome watching Baby kind of plan it out and time it out with the music that he's listening to. The way the windshield wipers are going back and forth, the way that he's banging on the steering wheel. All to this playlist that he has, the soundtrack of the movie. It's not just a soundtrack for soundtrack's sake. It's actually being used here. It's its own character. And I love Edgar Wright's style of directing. He finds the perfect balance between those slow, in-depth character moments and then those moments of wild, crazy, kinetic energy. Because when this movie gets kinetic, holy crap does it. Whether it's in the car or with Baby running away from the cops. All done, at least from my perspective, it seemed like a seamless tracking shot. I'm sure there are ways where it cut away so that they can reset and everything, but to me, it all looks seamless. And Edgar Wright always finds a way to have an amazing cast in all of his films. Ansel Elgort, I actually liked in Fault of Our Stars, which was one of those teenage angst, dramedy, comedy type things. Got me crying a lot, though. I loved him as Baby. He had such charisma. He was so charming. I loved him. And he and Lily James have such great chemistry on screen. Jamie Foxx was annoying as hell, but that was his character, so well done to him. And I always love seeing Jon Hamm, even if it's in that Mad Men TV series that I'm not too fond of. He always has this way about him that I'm thinking, I don't know if you're being funny or if you're being serious. Because he can do both. And Kevin Spacey is here, and he plays a very nice mob boss. I really don't want to talk about him that much due to all of the shit that he got in trouble for, and rightfully so if he did end up doing it. But you take all these characters and you put them into awesome action scenes and stunt work. Holy crap, this was amazing. Actual cars weaving in and out. And not just the vehicle stunt work. The choreography behind just the camera following Baby while he's walking down the street is beautiful and mind-boggling. So much attention to detail that I absolutely love when it comes to Edgar Wright's directing. Now, this film is not all perfect. It does have some strange, weird script beats. All of a sudden, characters do a 180 and all of a sudden they're the good guy, which didn't really work for me, but because I'm enjoying the ride, I'm kind of going along with it. So it could have used maybe just a little bit of refinement in those aspects. But in the end, Baby Driver was a delightful surprise, and I am so happy that it was well received and that I enjoyed the ride. The cast of actors is fantastic, the choreography behind just the scenes itself, and all the stunt work is amazing. And the soundtrack that goes along with this movie has such variety to it, and its usage in the film is just wonderful. By far, for me, this is the best use of a soundtrack in a movie.
It's good. It's good. Good.
Again, such a delightful time. Alright everyone, so we are continuing on our journey to episode 100 and beyond series, and next time we are going to be discussing a film that made me change my viewpoint on something, which was very hard for me to nail down because I don't think a film has ever, made me think something different on a subject. It may have educated me on something, but really, I don't think there was one until I thought of this movie. And with the environment that I was brought up, this idea of homosexuality was kind of frowned upon. I remember my parents being adamant that homosexuality was wrong and that all homosexuals were gonna go to hell. I feel like they're changed now, but they will deny it like crazy that that was ever the discussion. Because it was. And because of that, just through nurture, it kind of rubbed off on me when I was growing up. But then as I got older, I started to realize that being gay, being a homosexual is not a bad thing at all. Being gay just means that you are in love with someone of the same sex. What's wrong with being in love with someone? And this movie came out at a time when homosexuality wasn't really accepted in today's society. It was definitely pushing it forward though. So I'm delighted to give it another watch and watch some cowboys sitting around a fire eating some pudding. So everyone, have you seen Baby Driver? What did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this video, please comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And when you're done commenting, please like and subscribe to my channel so you know the next time I post my next movie review. So everyone, I will see you next time with a movie that made me change my mind on a certain subject. So in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.